Oke, mungkin ini bisa kita mulai ya, Bapak Ibu semua, Pak
Boleh,
Bobi,
boleh, boleh.
kita mulai ya. Oke, Bun Bun, maybe we can start now regarding the team almost full and join. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. Uh, test it. You can hear me well, right?
Yes, can hear you clear.
Okay. So today I'm gonna demo in English. So, but my English is not quite good, so it will be lacking for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Okay. Before we start using the program, so I would like to introduce the Prota background for a little bit. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yeah.
Yes, now can, Mas.
Okay. Okay, let's see. For the Prota structure, right now is 2024 version. Okay. Uh, so today we're gonna see the overview of the product, okay, of the Prota structure and the what Prota offer to Vika and the core advantage of the software, project reference, and the live demo. Okay. For the overview, this is the normal method that we already know. Everybody know, I think. Before we start the design process, we have to have the modeling from the architecture, something like that, right? And we use that model for reference to do the modeling. After modeling, we analyze the fault inside the member, inside the building, and whatever, the finite element or something like that. And after we get all the reaction, the fault inside the member, we do the design process, right? After the design process, we
Gede banget cuma 19 orang yang login.
pardon? Sorry. Okay, after the design process, we have to do the detailing also. We have to do the concrete detailing, we have to do the fabrication detailing, and we have to do the beam or the drawing or whatever, something like that, right? This is the whole process of the structural engineer that we have to do. So the Prota has 4 individual software inside the Prota structure suite. Okay, we have Prota structure to cover all the modeling, the analysis and design member, all in the Prota structure. And we do have Prota detail for cover all the detail for the concrete reinforcement. And we do have Prota BIM to cover all the BIM process, right? Connect Prota with the Revit or connect Prota with Archicad, connect Prota with Tega, something like that. Okay. And we do have Prota Steel for cover all the steel design. Not all of them, but most of them, the quite usable, the detailing. Okay. Prota Structure has more than 40 years of experience in the industry, okay, and support more than 10 languages at the moment. And they had many guidebook and many partner and the country that already use Prota. Also, they have international design code like this. Okay, let's see the history a little bit. The Prota start with the Olion in 1992, right? And they had modified their software very much more than the just design. They can do retrofit the building also, right? And they had changed the method to BIM in 2007 and had the rebanding to Prota structure at the moment and have many projects that use Prota. Okay. As you can see, inside the process of product of the engineering, we do have to use many software for another process, right? And Prota try to conclude everything in the whole package of Prota. So you can save code from another like this. Okay. This is the how can I say, the customer of Prota, right? AECOM, Arab structure, web structure, Jacob, something like that, WSP. They might have some of them in Indonesia also. I'm not sure. Okay. And this is the reference project. Okay, this is the highlight project of Prota that make Prota well known of the whole world. This is the airport of the in Istanbul, Turkey, right? So they can reduce the time of delivery the project half, right? Normally it's 6 months, so they can deliver in 3 months, something like that, using Prota. The university, the King Palace in Malaysia, something like this. The Twin Building in Colombia, something like this. This is the real project that using Prota. Okay, many projects. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now we go to the live demo. Okay. I will show you how easy to use Prota. Before we start, can I ask you something? What software you are using at the moment? So maybe I can compare it for you.
Actually, Mr. Kittipong,
Yeah.
right now we use SAP, Mr.
Tapi
Kittipong.
statusnya belum close ya,
Structure Analysis Program.
karena belum digambar.
SAP, right?
Nanti
SAP.
kalau saya udah gambar
SAP 2000, right?
SAP 2000.
Pak Asep,
Oh, okay.
kirim ke Pak Ama, balasannya apa itu baru close statusnya.
And you also have the building and the infrastructure, right? Your work also cover all the infrastructure and the building, right?
Yes, right. Special for structure, bridge and building.
Okay. I have to
Here,
tell you.
like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
next.
Okay, I have to tell you that the Prota structure is normally used for the building design. Okay. Because the Prota is the building analysis software. So if you are gonna use it for the infrastructure like the bridge or road, something like that, you have to adapt very much. Okay. Okay. So let's see for the building design. It's quite
Mr.
very.
Kittipong,
Yeah.
may I ask you one question? What
Yeah.
is the fundamental differentiation between SAP and Prota? Can you explain?
The main difference, right?
Yeah. Maybe menu, blah blah blah, standardization, blah blah blah, output, blah blah blah, maybe.
I think I can show you by doing the whole project in just
Okay, you
maybe
can show.
1 hour, right?
Okay.
And you
Okay,
can
okay, you
compare
can
by
show.
yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. First we start with the project code, something like that. Okay. So in Prota structure, they also had the template, right? They had template for Indonesia. I'm not quite sure what code to use in the Indonesia. Okay, so I'm gonna just pick one like this. And I'm not sure if the SAP 2000 is used based on the coordination or the grid line. But in the Prota, they're using the grid line to before we create the model like this. So I can make it simple for you. So we input the grid line spacing like this. It's quite easy. Or you can import from the BIM, from the CAD file, something like that. You also can do it. And the grid line in Prota is quite independent. So you can modify whatever you want. Like this. See? So it can cover all the architecture design. And the member, the Prota already separate the RC member, like the column, the shear wall, beam, slab, like this. And the steel member separate. It's for the user experience. It's quite easy to use it like this. See, just input the number and maybe doing like this. See, the column already locked with the grid line and change the angle by itself. Or you can choose the section, whatever you want, or recreate the new one, the new section. You can also do that. See, quite
Mr.
easy.
Kitipong,
Yeah.
Mr. Kitipong, can we use or define the composite structure?
The
Can you show
composite.
me how to use tools for the composite structure, beam and slab like that? Example, we use beam, steel beam. We composite with concrete slab. Can we do that?
Yeah, because it's just the design. Okay, let's see. I will cover all the function on this. Okay, so you can check by yourself that it's suitable for you or not. Like this, the shear wall, easy. The beam, the concrete beam or the steel beam, whatever you want, you can do it easily like this. See?
Pardon, Mr. Kitipong. I mean composite structure. We combine in one structure composite steel structure as beam with slab concrete slab.
Yeah. We can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah, we do have steel beam. See? Like this. You can change the section as you want. I'm not sure which type of section that you use in Indonesia, okay? But they have many sections like this. Whatever is concrete or steel, you can do it, but whatever you want, like this. Okay? It's quite easy. Okay, for the slab, you have to identify, you have to create the loading combination before we start creating slab. Okay, so I'm not sure about the seismic code or the wind load code in Indonesia. So let's try. Okay, normally I use in Thai only. See, it's done. The loading combination already done. The vertical load and the seismic and the wind load like this. See? And it's quite easy to define the load like this. We just input the slab thickness and we insert the dead load, maybe 2. This is the live load, and we just create like this. See, done. Or you can check on the 3D model like this. Okay, you can add more story. Well, at the moment it's that story 1 and 0. So let's try 5 story like this, and we just generate or copy from the story 1 like this. Done. Okay, you can change it whatever you want. You can add the wall pinning on the shear wall, something like this. The graphic on the 3D is also like this. Or you can replace above like this. Done. See, you can change the story height whenever you want. It's up to you. Like this. Or you also can model in 3D for the steel structure like this. It's quite easy. It's up to the user that how they want to do the model, right? The steel member like this. See? It's quite easy. Or you can do the truss. Like this, they have many truss shape for you. So you can pick which one you want. Or you can import from the DXF file, the drawing file, or you can modify each one. It's up to you. Okay, like this. You can change the support like this. You can change the height whenever you want. There we have like this: HA, VA, HL, HR. See, it's already shown in there. Or you can change the span like this. Make it 4 span. For the right, make it 5 span like this. It will divide for you. Okay, it's quite easy. Or you can change the member, the top chord, bottom chord, diagonal or vertical. It's up to you. Let's change the just change the section. That's all. Okay, like this. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's just copying. See, done. Okay, maybe insert for the subtract like this. Let's try to use this one. See, the whole structure already done like this.
Mr. Kitipong, sorry.
Yep.
How about the foundation? Can you also add the foundation, maybe and soil, maybe soil and base isolator, maybe? Can you?
Okay, for the foundation, you have to analyze the whole model to get the reaction before insert the foundation. Okay, just wait for another 10 minutes. I will come to that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For the secondary member like this, like Perlin or GERD or Bracing, you can also add like this. See, just change the section and change the setting, something like this. See, and the GERD like this, you also can add. Just change the spacing, something like this. It's quite easy. The setting is there, so you can see by yourself. Okay. Okay, the bracing for the steel structure like this. You can change the shape like diagonal, V brace or K brace or X brace like this. Up to you. Okay. Okay. After you finish the modeling, you may need to do the loading. Okay. The loading we separate into two types of loading, right? We have vertical load that like dead load or live load that we already input inside the slab when we create the slab. So you can review like this. This is the slab additional load. This is the live load like this. See, easy to identify, right? And for the wall load on the beam, something like this, you can also edit load and add more loading like this. The wall load like this. So just I'm not sure about the Indonesia, so I gonna use Malaysia for this. Okay, like this. Just input the height of the story, maybe 280, like this, and done. See, there we have a graphic for you, so you can identify which beam that you already add the load or not, and you just copying. It's not a big deal. Just copy and paste like this. See, quite easy. You can also do in 2D model, 2D plan. See, done. And another one is for the horizontal load, like the seismic or the wind load, like this. This is based on the ASCE, the America code, right? I'm not sure what code that Indonesia use. Okay, so like this, we just change the parameter SS, S1, FA, FB, like this. Change the category, change the type of the building. See, it's already there. If you choose it wrong, it will show you. It will pop up like this. So you have to choose another type of the building. Done. And you can change the vibration mode of the building. You can add more and more and more. Okay, until it's passed. Change the damping ratio like this. Already there for you. Change the story dip, something like that, to cover all the coding or the code in your country. And done. The seismic is already done. It will calculate based on the weight of the building for the seismic. Okay, and the wind load. Wind is the active load for the building. So you can see, you can check and input anything you want like this. So I'm gonna start with the default because I don't know your code. Okay, like this, and it's already done. for the seismic and the wind load. And before you do analysis, you have to maybe check the column section, beam section, or whatever you want. Just reviewing the model and do the analysis after that. Okay. Before you analyze it, you can change your material like this, like concrete column, steel, the concrete beam, the steel structure, something like this. You can change, you can choose. Okay. You can choose the strength of the concrete. You can choose the type of the rebar, or you can choose the code or the steel
Yang bikin
structure.
orang Thailand.
Pardon?
You can continue, Mr. Kadipong.
Okay. When it's come to the option of the model, this is the how you want program to calculate the whole building. You can change the stiffness of the building. Okay. You can change, or you can change the rigid zone like this to make your design is efficient, more efficient like this. You can also do the finite for the shear wall, and also can do the finite for the slab like this. You can choose the this, and also check the whole model that they had any error in the model. Okay, there might be. Okay, don't worry, we do the finite element. See, like this. Oh, but I have to tell you this, in Prota they don't have the moving load for you. Okay, so if you're gonna use it for the bridge design or the road design, it will be difficult. You have to identify slab into a block and input the road case by case, something like that. Okay, it's
Kun
already done.
Kadipong, sorry, interrupt. Just for make sure regarding for the moving load, you mean like seismic? Sorry, dynamic load.
Pardon?
Moving load, you mean like dynamic load? Similar
Yes.
dynamic, yeah.
No. They have two type of the load. They have static load and the dynamic load.
Okay,
And
okay.
for the building, they also have the dynamic loads, like the nonlinear structure, something like that. It can do in Prota. But for the moving load like the car and the truck, something like that, they cannot input it directly because they don't have any option for the moving load, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and when it's done, you can check the analytical model like this. See, it's quite easy. You can check the movement of your building, the displacement like this. But this is general, right? In SAP 2000, you also can do it. But I think they don't generate the mesh for the finite element automatic like this. I think in Prota is automatic. You don't have to input anything. Okay, you can check all the fault in the member like this. Let's try just one story. See, you can check the normal load, the shear, the moment, and the torsion, right? Or you can check the contour like this. Okay, from the displacement and the force along the side, like this, the shear on the panel, on the slab, the moment. See? Or you can check the rebar. This is the requirement rebar from the wood armor design. It's already done. Okay? After we finish review the analytical model and we have to do the design, the whole design process is quite easy. Like I try to design the column, concrete column like this. Just press design. And it will automatically select the rebar for you. Selected the reinforcement for you. Okay. Done. See? Let's check the status like this. It's already done. Maybe the beam. Okay, we still have some concrete beam. We do the design. It will check all the load combination for you. So don't worry, they will get all the result and calculate everything for you.
Mr. Kitipong, sorry, can you show me the bending moment in slab? After this, maybe after my calculation analysis.
You mean you would like to see the moment in the slab, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then not only on the slab, maybe in the shear wall too. The bending moment in the shear wall.
Okay. This is for the concrete beam. I'm not sure about this. This is insufficient because of torsion. Okay,
This is the bar bending schedule, yeah, Mr. Kitipong.
Yes,
This
they
is the bar
also
bending schedule in the structure. Is it right?
yeah, they also provide the rebar detail. See?
Okay, this is the detail of rebar, yeah.
Yeah, the detail of rebar
Detail of rebar.
it will show you on the drawing also. Or okay, maybe this beam is too long. Okay, we have to change the design a little bit. And before we go to that, this is the calculation for the wall. See, it's become just in place like this. This is the wall. See, that will have the whole loading like this. See, they consider all the loading case or the load combination for you. Okay, or you can check on the diagram. If you don't want to check in the number, you can also check on the diagram. It will show you the whole loading case. Okay. And it will do the envelope diagram for you. It's easy to review like this. And when it comes to the design, you just press it and just check the report. Like this. It will have the
Pardon, Mr. Kitipong.
Yeah.
This diagram for the slab or for the slab for the beam.
This is the shear
This
wall.
is bending moment in
Shear wall.
in shear wall. Okay, in
Yeah,
shear wall.
shear
Yeah.
wall.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is the design load for the shear wall.
Shear wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
and it's already done. See? And for the beam, okay. Maybe we just consider this beam. Okay, maybe I input the thickness is too narrow thickness. Maybe I increase it a little bit. Something like this. And let's check. Okay.
Romi izin tanya ya Pak, ikut nimbrung Pak.
Oke, monggo Mas Adi.
Mr. Kitipong, I want to ask some question. Can the software detailing for steel structure connection?
Yes.
Steel structure can
Yes.
detailing for connection?
Yes.
And the second, can import manually for response structure analysis? Or
Done.
can import manually the data for response spectrum analysis?
Response spectrum analysis, right? So you mean the seismic design?
Yeah, seismic design. Can
Uh,
we import manually from Excel, maybe, or from?
no. Actually, you can. Yeah, you can save the. You can. Okay, you can save it like this and change the number. You can maybe you can copy from the Excel and input it in there. See, you can load this file like this. So the to answer your question is yes, you can manually input the spectrum. Okay.
Okay.
Like this, you can manually input the spectrum.
And the last question, maybe can modeling drop panel or flat slab?
Yes. Okay. Let's see like this. If I delete all the beam, okay, maybe all the steel beam like this. Okay. It return to the flat slab when we do analysis.
How about the drop panel? Can we add in bottom of slab?
Yes, we can add on the top of the column. We do have drop panel. Okay, maybe I add another column here to see it, because this is on the edge of the building. Maybe I add another one. Maybe here to make it just to make it clearer. Okay, just add in the column like this. Oh, actually, maybe we just input the slab to cover all this. Maybe let's see. Okay, maybe like this. That's the sample. Okay. Okay. So at this point, we can also input the slab, the dot panel, or the pad like this. Just input the parameter and done. Let's see. Like this. It's quite easy. So let's try another one. Just input the drop and maybe pad also the same. Done.
Okay. Panel.
Okay, after you analyze this, it will get you the result of the fat lab. Okay, and that's it. See, you get the whole result for the fat slab. Oh, I forget to input slab here. It's okay. See, you will have the moment, the displacement like this, so you can review, or you can check the shear on the panel, like I said before, check the moment. See, like this. The bottom bar, the top bar, already done. And if you would like to check all the bending on the slab, maybe you can, maybe I input something wrong. It's okay. You can check all the result like this. It's quite easy for the fat slab design. Maybe like this. See, I just drag the slab step for design, and it will show you like this. Or you can change this to this. See, and update all the steel bar. It's done. Like this. You can check the result, the profile like this. This is the moment of the slab, the bending. Okay. See, all the detail done. Okay, for the column design, beam design, and the foundation, right? I think I heard some question about the foundation. Can you ask me again?
Bapak-bapak tadi ada yang bertanya terkait sama fondasi. Pak Romi mungkin?
Ya, ya Pak. Maksudnya bisa di dalam satu model ini bisa tambahkan fondasi dan tanahnya mungkin apa tidak ya? Mungkin saya bisa nambahin juga terkait basement, bangunan basement itu seperti apa, bisa nggak sekaligus di modelin di sini?
Maksudnya untuk desain struktur basement gitu Pak?
Ya, berhubungan dengan tanah lah Pak.
Oke. Kun Kitipong, can we
Yeah.
design for the like soil analytic regarding even the customer want to design basement, something like structure for basement. So we need to analyze it regarding for the soil analytic, something like that. Is it possible using this software?
No soil analytical in the Prota. Okay.
Tidak bisa, Pak. Ganda.
Yeah. The production is based on the foundation is capable of holding the building. So you can check, you can check maybe like you doing the the pad design, pad footing, or maybe pie cap like this. See, they have the option for you. Maybe for the pad design, you can also change the allowable state of soil like this. Just input the soil bedding, something like that, and it will automatically design the sizing of the foundation for you like this.
Okay, let me explain for the Mr. Ganda. Pak
Ya.
Ganda, izin menjelaskan sedikit. Jadi kalau
Ya.
untuk analisa tanahnya tidak bisa, Pak. Ini hanya untuk analisa struktur. Bisa untuk struktur upper structure maupun below structure gitu, Pak ya. Struktur bawah, struktur atas. Tapi kalau untuk analisa tanahnya nggak bisa. Jadi parameter yang dimasukkan di software ini adalah pas data tanah yang sudah jadi, Pak. Seperti itu baru bisa.
Oke, daya dukung ya Pak ya tadi ya, saya lihat
Ya,
sekilas tadi
daya
ya.
dukung yang
Daya
sudah
dukung.
disajikan datanya, Pak, tapi bukan untuk mencari daya dukungnya.
Sebatas daya dukung aja ya Pak ya, vertikal aja ya. Kalau semacam gaya horizontalnya gitu, data lainnya nggak bisa ya berarti ya.
Ya, sebentar ya, Pak ya. Kun Kitipong,
Kohesi atau apanya gitu.
ya
Yeah.
Pak Gana. How about can we calculate for the horizontal load in the maybe you said that we can calculate based on the soil load ya, the soil load.
Okay, you mean input the soil load
Yeah, soil
into
load.
the structure, right?
Yes,
Okay.
for the horizontal and vertical load. I mean,
Okay,
Maybe.
for the soil load that will affect maybe on the shear wall on the edge of the building, maybe you have the underground, something like that. You can edit load on the wall like this. Okay, you have an option to input the maybe point load, uniform load, or the wall area load. This one is quite useful. Okay. See, it's quite easy. You just input the parameter like this, and it's done. Or maybe you can use the soil load like this, and it will automatically calculate the soil for you if you input the soil model into the model. See, you can input the soil profile like this, and you can add more layer, sand, maybe clay or silt, something like that, and it will transfer to the loading like this for you. Okay, you can input the surcharge load like this, and it will calculate back to the static load for you.
This is
Like
load
this.
for the vertical and horizontal ya.
This is the horizontal.
Horizontal ya.
Yeah, horizontal from the soil,
Okay.
the soil, the water load, something like that.
Oke. Bisa ya Pak Ganda untuk bisa memasukkan data
Yes,
horizontal
okay,
dan
that's
vertikal.
the point. Yes, okay.
Okay. Okay, maybe you do have the pie cap design. You can also check the pie cap like this. Or maybe you can do the finite element for the whole building. You can do it. It's up to you. Okay. This is just input the parameter of the pie, the piling, something like that. Pie size, pie capacity, the space between pie, number of pie, something like that, and that. See, it will change the shape of the foundation according to the number of pie. Okay, like this. Okay, or maybe you can do the whole structure for the single mat foundation. You can also do that by maybe just input the, okay, just create like this maybe. Okay, let's input the slab like this. let here, maybe here, here, here. Maybe you input the whole slab like it and doing for the made foundation. You can also do that. Okay, you can check the soil substrate coefficient. As you can see, there maybe clay, maybe few sand, loose sand, something like that. And check the made for the foundation. Like it. Check the hole in the finite element method. See? Done. Like this. See? And it's quite easy for the design because you just drag the slab strip and it will cover all the design for you. Like this. You can also add the pie, something like that. Okay. Just input the slab strip like this to design the whole foundation. This is okay, maybe the thickness is too narrow. Okay, sorry. Again. Like this, it's done. For the last foundation design, like this. Maybe on the Y direction also. Done. Already done. You can check all the design. Like this. Check the step profile, check the moment, something like that. And you can check the rebar also. Okay. Okay, I think I cover all the design process like this. Any question for the modeling and analysis and loading and design?
Silakan Bapak-bapak kalau ada yang mau ditanyakan terkait sama model yang desain yang disajikan ini, atau mungkin ada yang butuh ditambahkan, silakan. Ya, Pak
Mr.
Romi, silakan.
Kitipong, Mas Jody, I'm sorry. I would like to ask again about the boundary condition in mat foundation. Yeah. How to define the mat? How to define the boundary condition in mat foundation?
The
Boundary
what
condition is mean
Mat
how
foundation.
to mat foundation. We discussed about the mat foundation. Yeah. You use mat foundation in the structure. My question is how to define the boundary condition for the mat foundation. We know that the condition of the soil, maybe soft soil, hard soil, and then I want to know about how to define the boundary condition in mat foundation in the structure. Usually for the boundary condition in foundation, we use spring like that. And in this case, how? Okay, you understand, Kitipong, about my question? Understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally is the production is based on the soil beneath the foundation is capable to holding the building. Okay, So we just identify maybe just like the state of the soil, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, the soil ultimate factor like this, and we use the
Okay.
soil substrate coefficient for the type of the soil. So we
Okay.
can see the displacement for the foundation, right? Like this. But it's based on that the soil can holding the building, okay? So it's not we don't do the whole soil analysis underneath that, okay?
Okay. But my question is, Mr. Kittipong,
Yeah.
how to define the boundary condition, like fixed, finite, or uh, roll, model?
You mean the fixed support or
Yeah,
pin
yeah.
support,
Yes,
something like that,
yes,
right?
yes. Maybe Mr. Jody can translate my question ya. Mas Jody, kadang kan ini kan software struktur ya, Mas Jody.
Yeah.
Artinya karena dia software struktur, kalau bicara mat foundation itu kan ada di atas tanah ya.
Yeah.
Kadang kalau di kita itu kan membuat model mat foundation di software struktur itu dengan menggunakan coefficient spring yang kita sebar di seluruh permukaan mat foundation kan kira-kira gitu.
Yeah.
Ini kan kita perlu mendefinisikan. Saya tadi belum melihat gitu kan meletakkan apa boundary condition-nya itu di antara tanah dan slab itu seperti apa gitu loh. Apakah di seluruh permukaan atau seperti apa kira-kira gitu. Karena itu nanti akan menentukan bending moment yang ada yang terjadi di mat foundation. Karena di posisi bawah ada tanah, di posisi atas kan ada struktur kolom dan sebagainya kan kira-kira gitu. Itu sih yang
Jadi,
sorry Mr. Kitipong,
yeah.
I can ask you in English ya, because I would like to avoid the misperception between me and you ya. So I need Mr. Jody to translate my question in English. Sorry.
Okay.
Actually,
so
this is
like
the simple question I think, but to avoid the misperception, I need Mr. Jody to translate my question in English to you, Mr. Kitipong. Thank you.
okay.
Pak Romi izin ini ya merangkum dari pertanyaan. Jadi yang dibutuhkan adalah apakah ini atau di mana kita meletakkan tumpuan dari struktur ini, entah itu yang fix, roll atau yang spring gitu, karena kan ini related sama beban dan
Iya
tanah.
itu. Udah ini terlihat ini.
Ya udah
Oke.
langsung dijawab. Okay. Kun Kitipong, you have answered the questions by your slide, by your screen. Okay.
Oke, satu lagi, Mas Jody. Ini kan ada jarak-jarak ya. Maksud saya tadi bentuk jarak-jarak spring itu seperti apa gitu loh? Apa apa kita yang mendefinisikan atau didefinisikan sendiri oleh software gitu loh? Ini kan sudah jelas nih. Kalau ini udah terlihat nih
Ya.
posisinya. Cuman pertanyaan saya tadi mendefinisikan itu maksudnya adalah apakah software bisa mendefinisikan secara langsung atau kita bisa mendefine sendiri kan kira-kira gitu. Tadi kalau Kitipong itu kan menjelaskan variabelnya ya, beberapa asumsinya. Cuman yang pertanyaan salah satunya selain variabel, jarak-jaraknya ini nih. Ini bagaimana mendeskripsikannya, mendefine-nya.
Oke.
Kita atau by software.
Oke.
Itu Mas Jody.
Oke, saya coba ya Pak Romi. Kun Kitipong, regarding for the questions, how we can define the distance for each spring support this, can manually or automatically based on the software
It's
standard.
automatically from the software.
Can we adjust by manually?
You just change a little bit as I said. Before we do the analysis, you can change the substrate coefficient, something like that. This one that you can manual input, okay?
We just put this parameter and then
Yes.
generate by automatically.
Yes, it will
Oh.
convert to the spring support underneath the foundation automatically.
Oke.
Bisa berarti ya dengan
Eh,
merubah angka itu ya.
Enggak bisa, Pak. Jadi
Hah?
Pak Romi memasukkan soil subgrade koefisiennya. Koefisiennya dari dukung tanahnya itu nanti dia otomatis akan mengenerate jarak springnya, Pak.
Ya, maksud saya dengan koefisien itu dirubah, apakah jaraknya itu bisa berubah juga gitu
Betul,
loh.
Pak. Betul, dia akan
Mungkin
menyesuaikan
kita
secara otomatis.
menyesuaikan kan? Artinya
Betul.
kan seolah sepertinya bisa kan gitu kan?
Betul.
Tapi dengan caranya merubah angka koefisien itu.
Iya,
Tapi
betul.
angka itu ada syaratnya nggak? Ada batasannya nggak? Gitu loh. Kan ini ada slab rough shell element size kan gitu kan. Ada 500 mili, ada maksimum itu ya batasannya ya. 500 yang di bawahnya itu loh.
Iya.
Yang di 500 mili sampai dengan 100 mili ya.
Oh,
Artinya 100 cm, 1 meter ya kan gitu ya. Betul
saya
ya.
pikir ini
Setengah sampai 1 meter ya.
betul itu range-nya,
Ini
Pak.
nih
Tapi
yang kanan bawah.
betul,
Range-nya itu bukan.
betul. Tapi itu bisa adjustable, Pak. Bisa di-adjust sesuai.
Oke. Berarti bisa ya. Berarti bisa ya.
Bisa,
Artinya kan
bisa.
semakin rapat semakin bagus kan kira-kira
Betul,
gitu.
betul, Pak. Maybe
Oke, siap.
let me ask to Kun Kitipong again ya, Pak Romi. Kun Kitipong, can we
Yeah.
adjust for the parameter like for slab rough shell element size? Because on that screen we can define minimum and maximum 500 and 1000 minimum. Yes.
This one, right? The sizing of the finite element.
Yeah, this is can we adjust this number
Yes. We can
based on
adjust this number
our needs ya? Okay.
based on your computer. It will take you more time to analyze it if you input this less. Okay. So if you make it wider, it will quicker. But if you would like to make it how can I say in English?
Can you adjust this number?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, manually. Bisa,
Yes.
Pak.
This manually.
Bisa, Pak Romi.
Ya, artinya bisa berarti kan?
Bisa.
Bisa. Berarti pertanyaan saya tadi bentukan syarat batas boundary condition
But
bisa gitu. Boundary condition maksudnya itu, Mas. Jadi kalau di struktur itu kan ada
Fondasi
jepit,
manusia.
sendi, roll gitu
Ya,
kan.
iya betul, Pak.
Kalau di tanah itu kan biasanya kita bicara terkait masalah fixed spring ini kan gitu kan.
Ya.
Spring itu kan dibatasi jarak-jaraknya gitu loh.
Betul.
Artinya nanti dari data tanah akan kita buat angka-angka ini gitu, batasan-batasan ini gitu.
Ya. Bisa, Pak. Itu bisa di-adjust, Pak.
Bisa ya.
Minimum
Oke,
maksimum.
tapi satu lagi di sub ini punya apa kan cara menghitung springnya ada ketentuan khusus nggak terkait tanah? Misalnya gini, kita punya data NSPT saja, atau kita punya data CBR saja, misalnya gitu kan. Untuk mentranslate data SPT itu ke data springnya ini kita ada guidance nggak di sini? Ada ya pastinya harusnya ya berapa angkanya gitu ya. Ada guidance khusus nggak? Atau bisa pakai rumus yang di literatur gitu. Takutnya beda nih antara asumsi yang di literatur dengan angka di software ini gitu.
Oh, tergantung pendekatannya, Pak. Coba saya tanya ya, Pak ya.
Iya.
Kun Kitipong,
Yeah.
if we have CBR data,
pardon?
If we have CBR data, crash bending ratio ya, Pak Romi ya, CBR.
California bearing ratio atau
Si-
NSPT aja lah, NSPT. Kalau CBR itu kan di jalannya, NSPT.
NSPT.
Mr. Kitipong,
Yeah.
actually we have NSPT data.
SPT data.
How to transform, how to divide the coefficient spring from NSPT data to the coefficient spring in this software. How? The question is how.
Okay.
Are there any specific regulation in the software to transfer to divide in SPT to the spring coefficient?
Actually,
software.
it have to come from the soil test. Okay, they usually have the subgrade coefficient. When you do the soil test, you not just doing the boiling log, right? The
Okay.
SPT that you tell me is from the boiling log. Okay, but
Yes.
inside the lab, there will have the soil substrate coefficient from each of the type of soil, right? It like when you have the loose soil, or when you have the clay soil, or maybe the dense clayey soil, something like that. The lower and the upper limit of each one of them is not the same. Okay.
Okay.
And this number is come from the book, from the theory.
Okay.
Okay, that there will have the lower limit of each type of the soil, and they will have the upper limit of the each side of the soil. So if you want you would like the correct number, you have this should come from the lab. Okay. But if you don't have the lab,
This coefficient of subgrade reaction, this is from the software, yeah. Can
Yeah,
we modify this number, this coefficient, Mr. Kitipong?
yes, you can input it manually.
Okay.
Like this.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, cukup. Enough, Mr. Kitipong. Enough, Mr. Jody. Maybe the other question from my team.
Ya, terima kasih
Okay.
Pak Tommy.
So I will jump to the drawing, okay, and the steel connection. Okay. After you finish the whole model and do analysis and do design the whole model, you will have to create the drawing, right? So in Prota, we have the Prota detail and the Prota steel to cover all of that. Okay. The Prota detail will cover all the concrete drawing for you. And the Prota steel will cover all the steel structure drawing for you. Let's start with the Prota detail. Okay. Like this. This Prota detail have the auto generate detail drawing function for you. So just click draw, click on the screen and wait. Okay. If all the design, you already design everything correctly and already passed, you will get the whole result in the drawing like this. See, it's all done. Like this. You will get the plan like this. This is the foundation plan. See, this is the first story plan like this. You will get the column plan. It will show you about the sizing of column and how the rebarring, how to rebarring like this. See? And you will have all the detail, the section detail like this. This is the wall detail. Is one of them. See? You will get the column detail like this. See? They will show you the rebar, the sizing of column and the lapping area, something like this. You have the column schedule like this. And you will have the beam detail like this. See, it will cut the section for you. You can change the format of drawing as you want, okay? This is just the default of the program. You can change it many types of the drawing. And every drawing come with the bar schedule like this. See? You can use this bar schedule for construction. And
This is bar bending schedule for construction, yeah, Mr. Kitapong. This is bar bending schedule for construction. Yes, is it right, yeah?
Yes, this is the bar bending schedule.
We can use this bar bending. This is the actual bar bending schedule for the construction. Is it right? Mr.
This is
Kitipong.
this is the bar
There is no
bending.
other modification from this bar bending schedule to for the construction.
Yes, for the
Is it right?
construction. Yes,
Okay,
this
this is
is
for
for
the
the
this is bar bending schedule for the construction, yeah.
yes.
Okay,
This
thank
is
you, thank
this
you.
is the bargaining schedule for the construction. See, and you take off the material for you like this. See, you will have the rebarring take off like this. Done. See, you can do more than this for the drawing, right? Okay. Maybe you can cut the plan section to show the detail of the slab of lab foundation like this. See, done. Or maybe you can draw another column or wall detail like this. It's up to you. Maybe I draw the elevation like this. Also wall, okay. And make it connect top to the bottom. Top down to the bottom, something like this. Done. See? There had many ways to modify the drawing using Prota detail. Okay. Something like this. Okay. And there we have the design library to cover another thing else, like the retaining wall, something like that. You can create, you can design the retaining wall using Prota detail, like this.
Okay.
See?
Okay,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Kitipong, I
Yep.
want to ask one question.
Yeah.
Can we optimize waste from this software? I mean that actually we use 12 meter bar 12 meter steel for the construction. Actually, based on this project, based on this software, can we optimize? I mean, can we decrease? Maybe the total of
You mean the bar cut length, right?
bar bending based
Yeah.
on with this software
Yes.
or to optimize the waste. Okay. Still
It's
bar
not,
maker
Minimize,
length.
you mean?
it's not optimize the waste. Okay. It's not optimize the waste. It will cut the length of the rebar based on the engineering design. Okay. They will consider about the lapping area
Yes.
for you. Like this. The beam. Okay, they will have the beam pattern like this. They will have the lapping area like this that you can modify. Okay, you can change which one you would like to lapping for the top bar or the bottom bar like this. You can change. But if the length of the
Manually.
rebar, if the length of the beam is wider than the rebar, it will automatically cut the rebar like this, the area at the point. So it will not use all the capacity of the rebar length. Okay. So it means it not optimize the waste for you. It will show you just exactly the length of the rebar that we use on this area. That's all. You have to input it together, make it in the CAD file to optimize the waste.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Another thing is you can export this to CAD file. So as I said, you can arrange the waste in the CAD file like this.
Okay, we can import bar bending schedule to the Is it right?
Pardon?
GStarCAD. Oh, GStarCAD.
Yeah, you can use it in
Star.
AutoCAD also.
Software CAD,
Also
Pak.
ya.
Ya,
This is
same.
just the CAD software.
This is ini AutoCAD atau bukan nih?
Ini
This is
similar
AutoCAD.
Kita
sama dengan
udah
AutoCAD, Pak.
tiket, Pak.
Ini bukan kan? Ini GStarCAD kan? Berarti bukan AutoCAD kan? This is not AutoCAD. This is the
This
other
is not
version of
AutoCAD.
CAD.
But
The
this
other
is
version of CAD ya.
this is
Yeah.
the similar CAD software, Pak.
Ah,
But
sama.
Sama,
yeah,
sama.
but
This
it's
software produced by Autodesk
No.
or
No.
the other. No,
No.
no. But
No.
we use this software as CAD software.
You can apply on AutoCAD, GStarCAD, or CAD another software.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
This is
the extension is
the other version for CAD ya.
Yeah,
the other option, Pak.
yeah, it's
The
Ini
other option.
ini kemarin Pak software CAD yang kita ajukan ke proyek itu Pak.
Ya, yang
Yang kita
versi
ajukan.
lainnya lah ya. Versi
Yang versi
terjangkaunya lah
perpet-
ini ya.
versi perpetualnya
Ya,
Pak.
betul, Pak. Ini yang
Oh,
perpetual
perbetul.
betul,
Ya.
Pak.
Oke. Siap.
yeah.
Oke, thank you.
Okay.
Pantes tadi kok saya GS Starcade ya, tapi nggak apa-apa.
Yeah, GStarCAD is had the same hotkey as AutoCAD. Okay.
Oke.
Yeah, this is line and maybe copy CO. Move
Oke.
M like this or option OP like this. This is the similar to AutoCAD, just logo different.
Oke, thank you.
Okay. And yeah, you can adjust the rebar as I say like this. There will have the rebar. Actually, you can add more the rebar detail from the Prota. It had another option like this, and you can optimize the waist like this. Okay.
Yes.
Just connect the line to optimize the whole thing like this. Maybe.
Oke.
Okay. Okay, this is done for the Prota detail, and another thing is the Prota steel like this. The Prota steel will do the steel connection for you. But it's not every condition. Okay, it's not for the every condition. It's normally used for the H-beam, I-beam, or C-channel, something like that. If you use the box section or the pie section, you cannot do the design. This is the Prota steel. Okay. For the Prota steel, there will have the macro like this, beam to beam connection, beam to column connection like this. As I said, the only support for the H-beam, I-beam, and C-channel. See? And how to use is quite easy. You just select the macro and select the main part and the secondary part like this. Done. See? And you can adjust any you want like this. The sizing of each parameter, the part, the thickness of the stiffener plate or the bowl, the sizing of the bowl, something like that, the sizing of the wheel. And it will show you on the report like this. Done. Okay. This is for the connection design. But you have to use the function here to cover the design. You cannot input manually. Okay. If you input manually, you have to design it first and input in Prota detail. Okay. And another thing is for the drawing. The drawing of the steel structure is like this. It's quite easy. You can just maybe okay, I will add another thing to the model, maybe the Perlin connection, the third connection, maybe like this. Okay, and we will do the drawing. Before we do the drawing, we have to start numbering. Okay, so let the program identify this part number, and we can select the column or beam or whatever you want and create the drawing like this. See? Done. It provide you the whole drawing for the steel structure. Like this.
Tun Kitipong,
Yeah.
maybe next questions. Can we design for the bolt configurations like
Pardon?
can we design for the bolt configuration every joint, like distance for each bolt, and then how the diameter for each bolt for each the joint? Is it possible to design that?
Again.
Hello, clear my voice?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can we design? Wait. Can we design for configuration for each bolt for every joint, even the splice joint or end joint? Is it possible, like design for the diameter for the bolt and distance for each bolt for every joint?
I'm not sure what you mean, but every macro that we input, you can check the design summary like this. And it will show you which one is part or which one is fail. Right?
We can generate based on
Yeah.
put the bolt and then
Yeah.
generate the result.
Which one is fail, we just change
Make
the
it
input.
bigger than, yeah. Make
Yeah,
it the size of bigger than. Okay.
Yeah, first we have to check on the report which part it failed, so we can adjust correctly. Okay, we have to check all of this. Maybe this bolt is failed. Another thing is part, so we know for the connection, for this connection, the bolt is already failed, so
You can
we
adjust for the size.
we can adjust the size of bolt, or maybe we just input more bolt, something
Per
like that.
bolt. Okay.
Yeah, maybe like this. See,
Yeah.
add
Thank
another
you.
thing, maybe like this, and recheck the calculation again,
Okay. Thank you.
like this. See, now the bolt check is already passed. See, something like this. So we have to identify each of them based on the design summary like this. That's all. Okay, another thing is for the material takeoff like this. You can check all the material like this. See, let's check the summary. Okay, this is the summary. Okay, before you take off for the steel structure, you have to delete the concrete first, because it will take off everything. So I just delete the concrete and summarize just for the steel. Sorry. Okay, like this. So we will have the cover area of the steel structure. The cover area is mean the area of painting, right? The pet coat, the coating of the steel and the weight of the structure, like this. See, it's done. Okay, any question for the steel structure, the connection?
Silakan Bapak ada yang mau ditanyakan terkait sama
Final question, Mr. Kitipong.
Yeah.
Can you show me the final report, or can do this software make the report for the project? Or
Oh,
can you show me the final report from this project?
uh,
I mean,
okay, okay.
automatically.
I see what you mean. Okay. Okay. So I close the portal still, and it will come to the report. Like, before I show the report, I have to take off to show you. First, we have the rebar, right? The reinforcement take off. Secondly, we have the steel structure, and we also do have the concrete and the formwork. Okay. You
Okay.
can use the function to take off all these. Okay. And for the
This is
final,
quantity for the homework.
pardon,
Is it right?
pardon?
Homework. Okay. We,
Yeah,
we can calculate the
the
volume of
formwork
homework
area.
too, yeah.
Yeah, the
Homework
formwork
area.
area.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
And you can also decide the formwork that has the parameter. They
Okay.
have the function to decide the formwork. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. And for the final report is like it will conclude everything. Okay. Actually is engineering task to check whatever they want. Okay. You
Okay.
don't have to conclude everything in the report. It's made
Okay.
the report bigger. So you have to select which part you want to show in the report.
Okay.
But if you use the software, it will show you everything.
Okay. This is the total report, yeah. How many? Okay.
No,
I
it's not everything because you have some of them you have to
Yeah,
decide first before they get the report. Okay. This is
report, it's mean calculation and drawing.
the
Or
calculation of,
only calculation only.
if you say about the calculation, you have to, okay, maybe this is the calculation for the column and wall. Okay. After the design already passed, you can select. Okay, you can select the
Okay, okay.
part, the section that you want to show in the report. As I
Okay.
said, you don't have to show everything. You just
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to
Maybe
show
example,
some
one
of
or
them.
two.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
On
make the
just
report
for the
like this.
example, not for all.
Yes.
Can you show me? Okay, like this. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
This is for the
Okay, no
column.
problem.
Yeah. Maybe for
Okay,
the beam
okay.
is also
How about the
the
drawing?
same.
Okay, also the beam, also the slab,
Yeah.
also the steel structure. How
Yeah.
about the drawing?
I
Can this
already show you
software make the report for drawing? Not for
report
maybe
for the
example
drawing.
for picture or column only.
I already show you the detail for the from the portal detail, right? I'm not sure what you said about the report, but yeah, I think I already show you the whole drawing, or maybe yeah, just open the GStarCAD. This is the whole drawing, right?
Okay, maybe example only for the structure or column or beam. Oh, this is
Yeah, this is all the column,
okay.
the section of elevation of column, the column schedule like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and the
Okay,
beam
thank you.
like this.
Thank you. Enough, Mr. Hitipo, Mr. Jody.
Okay.
Basically, we can provide Proto software can provide report by custom, Pak Rumi.
Oke,
Ya.
oke, enough. Cukup, Mas. Jadi buat saya cukup.
Ya, baik Pak Romi. Mungkin teman-teman Pika yang lain silakan. Ada yang mau ditanyakan? Dalam bahasa nggak apa-apa, Bapak Ibu nanti dibantu.
Izin tanya Pak, berarti reportnya report calculation terus report drawing tadi itu beda lagi Pak ya, beda proses berarti ya. Jadi nggak ada langsung sekali klik gitu langsung report analisis sama report drawing
Oh, oke, sebentar.
langsung jadi, bukan gitu Pak ya? Atau
Saya tanyakan ya, Pak Eka. Coach Kitipong, can we
Yeah.
generate the result for the all report, such as calculations, drawing in the one report as well? Is it possible you can provide that? Generate
Mm,
in one report, such as consists of building, drawing, calculations, and design that, or we have to split the process report so we can combine to be one report fully.
I have to tell you like this, Jody. I'm not quite sure about the report of the drawing. Okay,
Mhm.
because in Thailand we don't do the report like that.
You need to
it's
split that.
yeah, we use the report for just only the calculation, and we do the drawing. So I'm not sure about the report of
Oh,
drawing. I'm not have no idea what it mean or
Okay.
what it look like. Maybe if you can show me the report that you want, maybe I can solve this issue.
Okay, let me explain to Wika Tim ya. Pak Eka,
Okay.
untuk laporan sebenarnya tidak direkomendasikan untuk dalam satu sajian gitu Pak, karena di dalam report gambar itu eh, tidak mengakomodir satu penjelasan dalam report teksnya. Jadi kalau misalnya yang di report itu adalah desainnya Pak. Nah, untuk gambarnya sendiri mungkin kita bisa combine di situ. Jadi nanti Bapak bisa combine dua laporan, detailnya, drawingnya sama report analisanya, tinggal Bapak combine sendiri manual Pak. Seperti itu, Pak Eka.
tujuan presentasi sih Pak biasa, siapa tahu kan ada kan Pak, daripada buat lagi gitu kan Pak, tujuan buat PPT.
Tujuan. Kalau tujuan untuk PPT-nya bisa sih Pak Eka, tapi disesuaikan lagi pada dasarnya bisa Pak. Cuman Kun Kitipong ini tidak mungkin tidak merekomendasikan itu. Tapi software ini bisa untuk menghasilkan satu laporan sekaligus. Atau mungkin Pak Eka punya contoh dalam satu laporan, misal bisa di-share ke akun Kitipong. Jadi dalam satu laporan itu tersaji itu Pak gambar, laporan dan segala macam.
Boleh Pak, nanti mungkin saya kirim dokumennya mungkin Pak, apakah nanti bisa di-create seperti laporan itu ya?
Boleh.
Mungkin.
Karena sejauh ini Kun Kitipong masih create-nya di split gitu Pak. Di split gambarnya sama report analisanya, tapi nanti bisa disatukan seperti itu. Seperti itu Pak Eka.
Siap, Pak.
Ya. Oke, Kun Kitipong can continue.
Actually, I already done everything that Prota can do that.
Oke, teman-teman Wika, jadi presentasi dari Kun Kitipong sudah selesai. Silahkan kalau bapak-bapak atau ibu yang mau bertanya kembali, silahkan. Nanti kita bisa diskusikan di waktu ini.
My last question,
Yeah.
Mr. Kitipong. Can we show the safety factor of each analysis? Yeah, and if it can be done, can we adjust the safety factor first, and then the software can be what is recommendation, give recommendation what to modify. Dan jadi gini Pak, kita merubah safety faktornya dulu gitu Pak, agar kita bisa mengefisiensikannya, supaya tidak terlalu boros gitu loh Pak.
Ya,
Kan bisa aja itu struktur masuk ya, tapi
Iya.
bisa aja boros. Jadi kita optimalisasinya dari certificator dulu, baru aplikasinya yang merekomendasikan ini harus diginiin, ini masih bahaya gitu atau bagaimana gitu Pak.
Jadi Bapak ingin setting Factory di awal ya Pak, sebelum Pak tahap desain ya?
Iya, di analisis pertama dulu, terus habis itu kita adjust gitu Pak.
Oh, oke.
Kita modifikasi.
Okay, Kung Kitipong, can we adjust for the safety factors when we after analysis first, and then we can adjust for the safety factor after that to sure about the efficiencies of the design. Something like that.
Okay, for the design, we use the factor of the dead load and the factor of the live load like this. This is the factor of the dead load and this is the live load. Okay, and we do have the factor for the seismic and the wind load that you can adjust. Okay, it's up to you. Here. You can change the factor that you want. Okay. You can
I mean the safety factor for example the steel beam the capacity
okay.
we have safety factor after analysis.
For the design, they will show you the result like this. So you can check the utilization ratio. Okay. This utilization ratio will show you the efficiency of the design. So the utilization ratio it come from the fault. Okay, it come from the fault that happen in the member. Force divide by capacity of the section. Fault and capacity of the section. Yeah, like this. So
Yes.
it means if the force is come like 0.9 and the capacity is 1.0, the utilization ratio is 0.9, right? And the capacity,
Yes.
the force come like 1.1 and capacity is 1.0, is the ratio is 1.1. So it means if the ratio of this is above 1, it fail. And
Yes.
if
That's
less
I mean.
than 1 is passed. So if another case, if the fault is come like 0.2 and the section is 1.0, the ratio is 0.2, right? So it means the
Yes.
if the ratio is less than 1, maybe like 0.2, 0.3 is, it means your cost is more. You can reduce the section or reduce the rebarring or change the section, something like that, make it smaller. But if the ratio is like this, is close to 1, is efficient design. Okay.
Yes. That means what we can do is just change the structure, right? Just
change the structure, reduce the structure or make it bigger.
Rebuild, okay.
Remodeling is based on the number.
But if we change the safety factor, the application cannot
No, we
give
don't
recommendation, right?
We don't have safety factor in the structural design.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get. I
We design everything based on the fault and the structural capacity, the section capacity.
Okay. We what we can do just change the structure, rebuild.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Make
Thank you.
the number close to 1, something like that. It's efficient design.
Sudah menjawab Pak Ganda? Maaf.
Ya Pak, ini saya cuma pengen tahu aja ada fitur yang lebih advance lagi nggak? Ya ternyata ya metodenya memang masih harus seperti itu gitu Pak. Okay,
Jadi
Pak.
masih human error ya, kita trial ya Pak ya, kita adjustnya tuh manual dan hasil
Betul.
akhirnya rasionya yang kita lihat di situ ya.
Iya.
Oke.
Iya Pak.
Terima kasih Pak Ganda. Mungkin ada lagi?
Terima kasih Pak.
Pak Ganda. Mungkin ada lagi dari rekan-rekan Wika terkait sama pertanyaan produk software Prota ini? Silahkan. Pak Romi, Pak Eka mungkin ada pertanyaan kembali atau rekan-rekan yang lain?
Pertanyaan buat Mas Jody. Mas Jody, harganya berapa nih Mas Jody?
Harganya segera saya info Pak. Kebetulan saat ini kami butuh update harga dari prinsipal Pak. Karena kan
Oh iya Pak,
adanya
ada yang kelewat Pak. Harusnya di depan tadi dijabarkan kapasitas software dan hardware-nya Pak.
speknya maksudnya requirement
Requirement
speknya.
dari komputernya seperti apa Pak? Ini kayaknya kelihatannya lancar-lancar aja. Siapa tahu komputernya Mr. Kitipong super kan? Kita nggak tahu juga.
Baik Pak Ganda. Kun Kitpong, is
Yeah.
there any requirement for the spec device like maybe RAM or processor if you want to proper using this software in the device?
Okay, actually, let me check on the website. Okay.
Pak
At the
Ganda,
moment,
laptopnya udah canggih kan Pak Ganda?
yeah.
Tahu dari mana Pak?
Aduh, dari suaranya jelas itu Pak.
I think that shows.
Yang punya pakai Tipong aja Pak, dipakai spek apa Pak? Lancar banget tak lihat tadi.
Nah, itu dia.
Kun Kitpong, maybe you can
Ya,
explain your
Yeah.
spec device you use right now.
My device, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, my device is Intel Core i9 General 10 and the RAM is 48 like this.
But this is not minimum, right? This is the optimum spec.
This not optimum. This is the higher
Higher spec.
higher spec. Yeah, this is
Oh.
my personal PC.
Oke.
Okay.
Pak Eka sudah menjawab Pak Eka. Pak Ganda. Jadi
Ya Pak,
ada ya. Ini sebenarnya laptop yang spek tinggi sih Pak. Makanya mungkin semua. Cuman kalau lah untuk minimum requirement-nya sedang dicarikan sama Kun Kitty.
I think minimum require is I'm not sure. I can't remember. Maybe i5 maybe. I
That's
recommend
still okay ya.
i5 and general more than 10 generation. And the capacity of RAM is more than 16, around 16. Yeah, 16 gigabyte. And the graphic card is more than 4 gigabyte. Yeah. 4 gigabyte of graphic card and 16 gigabyte of RAM.
Oke. Thank you Kun Kitty Pong.
Yes.
Ya, ada lagi?
Pak
Eka, Pak
Jody,
Romi?
pertanyaan simpel Pak Jody.
Ya, Pak
Kalau
Galang.
di Indonesia sendiri udah dipakai di project mana ya Pak Jody ya terkait dengan Prota ini Pak Jody?
Oke, Pak Galang, kalau untuk software ini kami masih tahap demonstrasi, Pak. Untuk tahap demonstrasi karena kami jujur belum lama untuk memegang keagenan untuk Prota ya, Pak, di Indonesia seperti itu. Jujur kami masih melakukan demo-demo, cuman beberapa customer yang pernah tanya, dia sepertinya sudah pernah menggunakan, cuman terkait license-nya saya belum tahu, Pak Galang. Seperti itu.
Oke, terima kasih Pak
Iya,
Jody.
sama Pak Galang. Silakan rekan-rekan Wika yang lain, Bapak Ibu. Sudah cukup?
paling itu sih Pak tadi pertanyaan Pak Ram itu sih Pak. Kira-kira
Oh ya, segera saya info Pak Eka.
komersialnya apa?
Siap,
Ya.
nanti dari sisi komersial saya akan sambung ya Pak.
Ya. Paketnya apa aja gitu Pak?
Oke,
Oke.
Pak.
Karena kita
Ya,
pertama
ya,
nanti beli Pak,
per
mungkin
salesnya
harganya harga sahabat gitu Pak.
Oh, sangat
Ya.
sahabat Pak Eka. Pak Eka, boleh tahu ini
Mas
usernya
Eka.
sendiri boleh berapa users kira-kira Pak? Saat inilah.
Gimana?
Saat ini estimasi ada berapa users di Wika? untuk
usernya analisis Pak ya.
Iya.
Kalau kita misalnya kalau proyek infra kena 30 Pak, mungkin ada 30 engineer. Kalau kita di pusat ada sekitar 5 kan gitu Pak. Gimana sih?
5
Ya,
untuk
Mas Eka, gini, saya potong. Mas Eka, sorry, Mas Jody gini. Kalau di kami sebenarnya nggak banyak ya kan, tapi kalau di Wika itu kan banyak ya, ininya ya, departemennya kan kira-kira gitu atau divisinya.
Mm.
Saya pikir itu dulu yang bisa kami jawab, Mas Jody. Tapi yang jelas kalau di kita sih mungkin belum banyak. Tapi mudah-mudahan kalau ini bermanfaat, nanti bisa kita arahkan juga untuk unit atau divisi lain menggunakannya. Karena kami
Oh, betul.
sebenarnya kami kan gini, Mas. Kami ini kan infrastruktur ya. Kami bukan gedung. Padahal proyek ini sangat powerful di gedung. Nanti mungkin teman-teman gedung yang kita ajak sekali lagi untuk untuk menggunakan.
Baik,
Misalnya
baik.
teman memiliki divisi atau anak usaha yang terkait bangunan-bangunan sejenis gitu, Pak Mas
Oh
Jody.
ya, terima kasih Pak Romi. Terima kasih Pak Eka.
Iya, gitu ya.
Iya, tadi
Ya, Pak.
kemarin sudah diundang juga building Pak, mungkin karena sibuk kali buildingnya. Mungkin boleh diadakan lagi nanti Pak Jody dengan tim buildingnya langsung
Dengan
mungkin.
senang hati Pak Eka. Silakan.
Iya. Iya, kita adakan sekali lagi. Nanti perlu ini sekali 2 kali lagi lah. Kita ajak teman-teman WG, anak usaha kan kira-kira
Boleh.
gitu.
Kalau misalnya ada studi case yang mau dibahas, terutama yang software building juga boleh Pak. Studi case gitu, nanti kita bisa bahas di situ gitu. Seperti itu
Oke,
Pak
siap.
Eka, Pak Romi.
Ya,
Oke, ada lagi?
Oke,
Hah?
cukuplah saya rasa. Pak Jody, mohon maaf, ini mau Jumatan soalnya.
Iya, betul Pak.
Soalnya,
Kita bisa
takutnya nanti
sudahi
kita
ya.
bukan apa Pak. Mohon maaf sekali lagi.
Nggak
Saya
apa-apa.
pikir kita cukupkan dulu.
Nggak apa-apa. Baik, terima kasih Pak Romi. Begitu Pong. Vika said that enough for everything. Maybe if have questions on another, we can discuss on the future ya, on the next time.
Okay.
Maybe we need regarding for the Wika subsidiary company is many. That's why we need maybe can able to demo again in the next time, or maybe
Okay.
other case. Okay, something
Yeah.
like that. Thank you so much.
Maybe if they had a question, maybe they can write down and send to us.
Okay.
So we can
I will.
prepare
I
the
will.
answer. Okay.
Yes, we will. Oke, thank you so much Kun Kitipong. Terima kasih banyak
Yeah.
buat rekan-rekan Wika sudah berkenan join di event ini. Semoga ada manfaat dan faedahnya dari kegiatan kita kali ini. Saya sudahi. Kun Kitipong, thank you so much for your time, for your explanation regarding the software. And then we would like to say thank you for you all. And yes, thank you so much for all.
Okay.
Oke,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Terima kasih
Bye-bye.
Bapak-bapak. Selamat siang. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Pak
Makasih,
Jody.
Mas
Ya,
Jody. Thank you,
sama-sama.
Salam, thank you, Mr.
Kitipong.
Kitipong.
Mr. Jody,
Thank you.
Mr.
Terima kasih
Kitipong.
The next
Bapak Ibu.
discussion. Ya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Terima kasih Bapak-Bapak.
Mas Eka, di screenshot Mas Eka untuk report Allah kita. Sorry ini. Di foto. Sudah, Mas? Sudah ya? Oke. Terima kasih, Mas Dodi. Sekali lagi.
Ya, terima kasih Pak Romi. Assalamualaikum.
Kali Pak Putri